Hello everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to set up the rebirth speedrun. So if you first start off playing rebirth, you will actually not have access to the character wheel. So in order to gain access, you will go to credits and giveaway. This is where you will collect your character wheel. Alright. Next, what you want to do is you want to preload a few certain levels for the sake of cutting back the loading time and to prevent load failing. So the levels that you will want to preload will be Twist in Times, Hounders Universe, and Climax. Optionally, you can preload all the levels to get the most optimal loading time. Now, I'm going to tell you a few characters that you should really preload before you actually start this speedrun. You see, when you actually first play Rebirth, all the characters aren't loaded in. So if you never played as Dallas, Jake, then these characters will take pretty long to load in. So you actually want to preload these characters into your game. As well, you will want to preload the characters of Ike, Death, and Rocky. Now, if you ever wondered as to why I kill enemies, it's usually to prevent the game from frame dropping. However, another thing is that some of these enemies can be really aggressive and slow you down. So I always find it best to get rid of them whenever I can. Now that we're here, I'm going to teach you the essential characters. Kennedy is a very essential character for his profound movement. It is incredibly good. This goes the same with Rocky. However, you mainly want to use Rocky when it comes to boss fights for his incredible damage output. Ike and Death are only used for skips, as these characters tend to struggle a lot with platforming and mobility, as they tend to be very slow. So, I'll show you the first level of the speedrun. Unfortunately, you cannot skip these opening cutscenes. Now, Kennedy actually takes a while to recharge his lamp, so you actually want to stay on the ground for a tad longer. It takes around 0.4 seconds for it to recharge. You want to be careful here, you don't want to fall. Alright, these characters I will just ignore, as they can't get to me. However, you really want to get rid of this guy. He can cause some major damage and slow you down. Same with these guys, as Death has a very low amount of health. This is finally when you switch to Death. Now, Death regains his helicopter move after making impact with the ground or a wall. Somewhere along here you can actually move it without having to do that. Now, in order to actually do this really consistently, it is best to actually not dive towards it, but to dive away. So here's what I mean. You don't want to do this as it can be difficult. So what you want to do is you want to fly away, then fly back. Additionally, you can just hold the trigger and just move the analog back and forth. Then you will just switch to Rocky and complete this speedrun. You also want to activate that checkpoint because this boss can be pretty janky. So in case of accidental deaths, you definitely want to activate that checkpoint. Alright, so this was a newly discovered skip, so who knows, maybe it can be optimized for later on. However, I think I should just let you know that this skip is really, really intense, honestly. And quite frankly, I'm shocked that I was able to perform it at all. But in essence, you want to go in that step. You just want to fly over there. And you see that, did you see how his double jump killed his momentum? Well, that's actually part of the main reason why he struggles so much with his mobility. So this is why we only use depth for these skip setups and not so much for any other. Alright, next what you want to do is you want to get yourself lined up in the fourth layer. Next, we will make our way up, making sure that you keep your timing on point, which is incredibly difficult. I'm even afraid I'm gonna mess up here. I hope I don't. Alright, now that we get here, we're gonna count to 27 seconds. Well, I don't know how many seconds have passed, but you wanna get to 27 seconds. Now that we got the hard part out of the way, this part should be relatively easy. I'm not exactly sure if 27 seconds have passed, but let's hope I do. Hope I got this correct. Am I convinced? Holy crap. Oh my god. Well, that was another skip right there. But let's all be honest, you're never really gonna get that skip. Okay. But actually, so obviously with these ones you just want to skip. But I'll get back to this. So as I was saying, around 27 seconds you should find yourself falling. Or more like that's the ideal time to fall. So you would actually want to fall past this level. And you continue your free fall. Probably unpause it. Oh, well. So once again, we're gonna pass that level. And you actually want to do this periodically. You don't want to do it all the time, but you know, enough to be able to do that. So we're gonna move away from this. And right there. And you should find yourself entering. Next, you're gonna try and switch to depth at an optimal time. I mean, Rocky. You want to switch to Rocky at an optimal time. That way you can finish this boss quickly. Alright, so I think I should probably point this out, but in order to skip the attacks, you have to constantly press circle. That's just the fastest way to do it. Some cutscenes, not this one. Only when a text bubble appears should you press circle. Other than that, well, yeah. Alright, this is one of the few skips that you're gonna want to pull out Ike for. Alright, and did you see that really long jump we just did? That really high jump? That's what we're aiming for. We're trying to get it. And the best way is to try and slide up that wall. Next, you're just gonna really make yourself towards the fog, and you're gonna fall in. And this actually puts you in a state of invincibility so long as you stay underneath the fog. Now, to speed it up, you want to use his special. However, use it sparingly, as the special does actually boost him vertically. And if you jump too high, like I'm about to show you right here, this could happen. Right there. The fog will actually push him forward or upward, causing him to die. And considering how long it takes him to fall in, that can be pretty devastating. Right there. It happened again. I was being Italian patient. Let me turn this off so you can actually hear me. Okay. Now, I forgot to mention another character you should probably preload, and that is Hal. You actually want to preload him in for the Nightmare boss fights. There are two, so you actually want to preload him in. Forgot to mention it. But yeah, just know that. As I find that Hal actually tends to be the best to deal with Nightmare. Alright, well, that's annoying as crap. I'll get back to you. Alright, I'm back. So, switch over to now. And the moves you want to use the most is down arrow and up arrow. I mean, in this special. It's gonna do that until he's dead. Alright, here is what you want to do for this one. You're gonna switch to Ike. I think I should go over the list, but it goes Megumin, Ike, Rick Dolphin, Richter, Rocky, Death, Link Goldman, and Hal. We're gonna go ahead then. We're just gonna ignore these enemies since we're not really gonna deal with them. You wanna activate this checkpoint. Now, you definitely want to deal with this guy, as this guy can really mess you up. Next, what we want to do is we want to find the correct position to squeeze into a tiny gap. Might as well take this guy out. Alright. So we want to squeeze up against that wall and just do this until we can find the right position to squeeze under. Right there. And we're just gonna do this until we get to this point. Now, since I'm trying to show you how to properly do it, I will not count that. I will not count that as part of it. Right? What you want to do here is you want to get your character wheel set up, and we were looking for that really high jump, like this. Double jump, and hope you can make it. In this case, the answer is no. Now, unfortunately, because of how rebirth works, it can sometimes feel really randomized when you get that high jump. But just keep pushing and you'll get it. Next, we're going to switch back to Ike. And you want to position yourself onto the 5th layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we're going to switch over to, we're going to get Beth ready. And we're gonna go for that super high jump again. Just be careful. Stay on the 5th layer, you'll find out why. Make sure you don't go too high, but make sure you don't go too low. And get this cutscene activated. Now you wanna do that twice. Now, if we were any layer below this, we would have fallen down to the very bottom and have to repeat that step. And as you just saw, that step can be very inconsistent, so you want to stay on that 5th layer. Shit. Well, as you just saw, I just happened to fall, which is very much annoying. So let's hope.
Now this is because to try and do a jab to be a fall under. The last point of this also is very inconsistent. So just keep hoping you get one. I don't think I'll find it, and I wouldn't. Now, yeah, that's annoying very much. But you know what? You guys are gonna watch me stuff this again. Now, what's key for us is actually very early on in the speedrun, so if we lose so much time, it's not that much to reset. But yeah, y'all can see how this can be very infuriating, especially when there's, so much pressure. Still not high enough. Still not high enough.
Alright, that's it. God, that's so honestly annoying. But as far as I'm aware, that's the most consistent setup we have at the moment. Hopefully we can find something more consistent. Alright. Over here, you're gonna want to switch over to Rocky. And you really want to combo. Alright, so after you defeat all the bosses in this level, you're gonna be able to fight Hal. Now, I'm just gonna skip this for time's sake. But you wanna stay as Brock. I'm just gonna give basic tips. For Link, you go as Rocky. And for Nightmare, you go as Hal. And for Hal, you go as Brock. And this is the main reason. You really want to get launch up there. It's gonna be difficult, but you really want to be launched up high. Right there. Took me out too, but there was a blast zone that affects you and Hal. So you want to do that. And now you want to slowly make your way down horizontally so that you're actually able to skip the extended fight. Now you can go as any character here, but for simplicity's sake, I usually like to go as Megumi because she's very easy to jump with. Now she's not required, but you know this is like near the end of the speedrun, so a lot of pressure can be felt. So that's why I go as Megumi, just because she's an easy character, and since it's no longer about mobility, it's just about getting to the top. It's just easier that way, as Hal is always at a consistent speed, so he travels up at a consistent speed. I actually took the worst way up, but there are many paths, and I just happened to choose the worst one. But yeah, that's why I like to play as Megumi, because she's just very easy. And now you just wait for Hal to make his way up. This is our final half skip. I call it a half skip because you have to fight the majority of the boss fights, but you're at least able to skip one really long one. Now, these levels, Onto Wall, Twists and Turns, and Downfall, and Moon don't actually have a skip. So what I recommend is practice makes perfect. You really want to practice with these levels because as far as I'm aware, none of them have a skip. So honestly, I say that's it. Really practice with these, and I think you can break a record. Probably not. That's even if you guys even decide to speedrun this. Honestly, I really don't think so. But hey, give it a shot if you want to.